People, how we doing? I'm Louis. Um, we are going to go through We Used to Hang Out today, the project walkthrough, which is fun. I've never done one of these properly. I did one for another song, but it wasn't very good. And I've got a webcam now, so looking very professional, hopefully. So before we go into the project, I should probably tell you a little bit. We are recording, right? Yeah. I'll tell you a bit about how the song came into existence. It was the first song that I wrote at the beginning of lockdown when we were locked down, and there was just loads of times to write music, which was really, really nice. And put this one up on the Insta, on the story, and it got a really good reception. So, and always that kind of encourages you to really be like, what's good about this song? Why do people like it? So hopefully we've kept the good shit from the original Insta story whilst adding like an actual song on it now, which is good. I should also mention that the version which you are going to hear is probably the third proper time we like tried to actually attack the production, get it right. And the first two were all right, but they weren't really good, and we really liked the song, so we did go in for that extra time, and it's paid off, which is great. So the project, it's pretty big. It's not crazy big. Keep it under 200 tracks, which is alright. It's fucking messy. Sorry for you OCD heads out there. But we've basically got, what have we got here? We got drums, vocals, bass guitar, and not guitar, bass. A little vocal choppy thing, textury thing. Then all the guitars, we got lots of guitars. We've got the second drum bus, which is the electronic one, which comes in at the end. We've got the FX section, and we've got some more FX kind of things here. Also, I think I missed the synths. Here we go, the pads, yeah. So, in theory, it's not actually loads of elements, even though there's lots of tracks and lots of like zooming in on those parts and creating new tracks for them. There's hopefully not too much going on. But on that note, let's start with the drums, which were the hardest thing to get right, because as is often the case when these songs are written, I started off just with samples trying to make it sound like a kit. It didn't really work. So we ended up recording Benji in his basement, which thankfully really worked. We were a little bit nervous that was going to be steady. Yeah, that was going to be more wasted time, but hey, we got it. So let's listen to the drums. Keep me in it. Let's listen to the drums on their own. So sounding pretty alive. Let's have a look at the individual parts. So I believe we've got a kick, a snare, a hat, and like a room mic, which were all taken from the performance Benj did in his basement. Let's have a little listen to those ones individually. Let me get the right snare, because not all of them are. Okay, cool. Wine and hats. Okay, I think these guys are all... Yeah. So if you take out the wine, different gravy, right? Fairly tame, and not actually that lively. Pretty good, not that lively. So I think Pitsy added some of his signature lovely percussion samples, which bring it to life a lot. Take it down to the bodega, and then we will add a beefy snare, I believe this is. And I mean, not the first idiot to say this, but we were trying to go for a sort of Fleetwood Mac-y, Rumours-y kind of drum sound, which I think actually with this deep snare underneath, it's good effort. Let's have a little listen to that on its own. Got those. That's robotic, but it's doing a really good job. And with these, it brings them to life. Okay, and this, just the last little bits of percussion, and oh yeah, I always forget there's so much percussion in this. Great. I'm not going to go in on the individual processing of everything. Maybe we'll do the kick because the kick's live. Kick, I believe, with some pretty light compression here. Yeah. Some compression coming in at, yeah, a couple decibels. A little bit of EQ scooping out below mids. This will be just hitting it fairly hard, not too bad. That's big mid scoop. Let's see what it sounds like with that taken off. Lovely. And we got the Puig Child. I don't think that's actually doing that much. Barely anything. And then this guy for a little bit of drum distortion and some nice high end on that kick. Listen. Oh, by the way, there are a number of audio clicks in here. I can't apologise. There's nothing really left to say. You've just got to live with it, and I'm embarrassed. But hey, track sounds good, so it's fine. You can actually really hear the pedal of the kick when you solo it like that. Cool. And the drum part stays more or less the same. Sorry, I got hair in my mouth. Drum part stays more or less the same, apart from in the pre-chorus where it goes to just kick. Really nice, roomy kick. You got the low end, but it sounds pretty live. And then just fucking, why not have 4 crashes? Because 3's not enough. 5. Yeah. Oh, maybe 6. Maybe 6. Why not? Go on. Okay. Then we will make our way to the end of the song where the drums change to a completely different bus altogether. I think this might even be a sample from Daft Punk, something like that. Yeah, something Daft Punky, I reckon. Oh, let's turn my voice down a little bit. Okay, let's head on over to the bass. The bass. So we've gone for a slightly 80s chorusy sounding juicy bass in the choruses. There's not loads of movement in the bass because the guitar part's doing most of that. And we just wanted a bass that would just drive on through. So let's have a little listen to that. Okay, nice. Sorry, let's just get a little noise gate on me there. Okay, so I'll just do it not all the way down. Sorry guys, should have done this before. Anyway, that is the bass tone in the chorus. I think there is some. Oh, sorry. I think we had a little crash there. So that's what's going on. What is it, you ask? So this is the DX7. I believe it's preset 15. I did the DX7 right there, but it's really heavy. I would show it, but yeah, we'll get the camera set up better in the future. And it's bounced out, but there is some sidechain compression going on, either from a compressor, sidechaining it like a big boy, or just using the Nicky Romero sidechain plugin, which we do like. Saves a little bit of time, and it's just an easy way to try things out. That's that one there. Let's have a listen. And that's just doing the sort of more high-endy bass stuff to give the nice tone. And underneath it, giving the actual bass, is a contact instrument of a Rickenbacker bass, which we use purely because it's just very easy to work with. We've got bass guitar in the verse and the pre's, which we did ourselves, but yeah, this one's just nice to have a listen. Really nice, like distorted, kind of rocky bass sound there. Cool, let's look in the verses, what we're saying. Slamming the compressor, probably taking out loads of low mids, yeah. Scooping out that 200 range, but keeping the punch. Kickstarter, why not? That's doing that. That's the sidechain plugin I was talking about. Probably adding a bit, just taking out some more lows. And yeah, I mean, it sounds like a pretty standard bass, to be honest. With a little bit of width, courtesy of Charlie Pitts' flange bass, which would really recommend. It's basically just a flanger with a mix on full. So you just get a tiny bit of really classy, very subtle width. Let's listen with without. You barely notice it, but when you chuck out loads of stuff, it does feel fresh. Okay. Where we go next? Guitars, I reckon. So, the guitars, for whatever reason, well, we know what the reason is. We just like doing loads of shit and just building that texture. That we've got loads of guitar buses. So this is the original one, which I believe is me. Very clean, lots of delays. It's not doing like the double stopping riff. It's just doing the lead, I believe. Let's listen to that with Mr. Jali Rampelli's guitars as well. So much noise. Love that. Love that. Love that. Ooh, whoopsie. Okay, yeah. And I think that remains more or less the same as well throughout the song. What have we got? We just got lots of delays, EQ, compression, all that rubbish. We got a little bit of RC20, probably doing a bit of wobble, a little bit of wobble, a little bit of distortion. What else we got? We've got, let's go in on Pitsy's one, because this one will be, oh yeah, this one won't have much more because Pitsy is a prop guitarist. He's got pedals and mics his amp up properly, unlike me. I'm a lazy bastard. So these ones won't have much on them, I believe. Yeah. Two guitars is better than one. Okay. So I reckon Mr. Pitts has done the same thing, the same amp settings and stuff, just different pickups. I think. Don't know. I'll confirm that with him. And then the secret source of this song, I really can't take responsibility for, other than coming up with the idea of going on Fiverr and finding the wonderful Mr. Hamilton Belk. Shout out to you, mate, because your pedal steel services have been amazing on this song. For those who don't know what a pedal steel guitar is, it looks like this. Oh, sorry, can I try not sugar? This one here, and it's such an expressive instrument. You hear it loads in country music. I think there's an episode of Ed, Ed and Eddie where Double D actually plays the pedal steel, which, you know, if you're someone who likes a pedal steel, you do see them and you're like, yes. So hopefully they're getting the job done really nicely in this song. Let's have a listen. Oh my god. A little bit SpongeBob-y as well. Let's listen to that in the mix. And we didn't want to go too overboard because, like, we do like country music. And in fact, I'd say I love country music. But, don't know, just take a little bit of influence, you know. That's like, don't become a country band. Ooh, might be wrong. Howdy, 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 howdy. Oh, man. What's that, brothers? Oh, Toy Story. What is that bit? Okay, enough of that. Let's have a little look at the synths. So normally we do have quite a lot of like paddy, synthy textures in our songs because they're just so warm. But we kind of wanted to avoid leaning too much on synths for this song, and trying to make it work with guitars and the pedal steel. And yeah, I think it's turned out well. But we couldn't resist in this last section. Let's have a little listen. Yes, sir. Coolly. So, what synths are we using here? The one that says Juno isn't actually Juno. It is a Roland F06, which is the same company who makes Juno. So they're pretty convincing replica, although it's not analog. Let's have a listen to them. Nice bit of chorus. A little bit of EQ. We've got all the reverbs and stuff on this bass. Oh, it's just the flange factory. There you go. Maybe the reverb's from this one. No. Where are those reverbs coming from? Oh shit, they're all bounced in place. Sorry, that's pretty boring for you guys. But yeah, I would have put a bit of reverb on them. This next synth is a sound on the same one, F06. Oh no, it's not actually. It's Sculpture, the Logic stock synth, which is just so good. Makes kind of organic sounding synthy sounds, which we've done in Hey Roll, as you can see. It's the part that goes like bling, ding, 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 ding. Let's have a listen. It's just a little roadsy sound. Just keeping those pads feeling like they're moving rather than just static. And that's about it for the synths. Let's have a little... Oh no, we got these two. These are Timmy's synth contribution. got builders outside my 7th-story flat window, and like there's scaffolding. Wait, where? There. I'll open the curtain and hopefully one will walk by. Keep an eye open. Actually, it's kind of made the light worse. Oh, hey ho. So these are Timmy synths. This is just a Casio's thing doing just single notes, I believe. And on top of that, we've got a little bit of Fire and Brimstone from the Casio. And I remember these parts being like really weird. I don't know whether it's going to work as much now, but when we first put them in, they made such a difference. Let's listen. We'll go without first. And with. This one's actually doing loads. I might be wrong, but a lot. Cool. Let's get into the effects section. So we are big fans of stupid sounds. I think it comes from loving Basement Jaxx so much. Just like putting these sounds in your arrangements just can really help and bring certain character out. Let's have a little listen to what we got. There's going to be loads of noise, by the way, warning. Hellish. So that is probably just our C20's vinyl simulation noise engine. And we quite like noise in our arrangements because it does make them feel like they weren't made in a computer and they might have been run through some tasty analog circuitry. Sweep it. So that's just our mates, probably a bit drunk. This one, I really wish I could show you the sample, but I can't because this video is going to go on YouTube. But if you type in * jungle, I was listening to it, Deep Jungle Walk, that is the song. It's a psytrance song and it's fucking amazing. Oh, hello mate. It's a really good psytrance song, but this is the sample. Oh. It's like a little Ewok choir just preparing to go to war with their Ewok foes. Nice. Ooh. And then when we get to the outro, we have got a section where Benji's favourite synth, which is just a stupid synth sound, but it's so good in the right settings. It's just amazing. But it's kind of ridiculous. Listen to this one. And that is just the preset on Alchemy. I think it's called like Organ. Distant Vintage Organ. There you go. See what you can make with that. There's lots of good things to be made with that. And then at the very end of the song, we finish with, I believe Benj also just got his phone on like a voice note and just like scrumpled it up in his t-shirt to just kind of make like a bit of kind of ending. Never underestimate the power of the voice notes app, guys. Never. Okay, so we're making our way to the end of this project, but fear not, we've got some more juicy things to look at. This is Pitsy's Pedal of Sorts. Let's have a listen. That is just given a nice bed of wet, that's a weird sentence, under the whole arrangement. Out to William Basinski on that one. Okay, and finally, let's have a little listen to the Little Brother pianos, which were some piano... quiet, guys. I don't know if you can hear it, it's so loud. We recorded these pianos at the studio we used to be in South Wimbledon, and we keep using them because they're just so juicy. Let's have a listen. You know, just real nice. Okay, okay, last thing actually is the vocals. We should probably have a little look at the vocals, maybe the vocal chain. So there's a lead vocal, some backing vocals that come in the pre-chorus, and then some more backing vocals which just double the lead line in the chorus that we used to hang out line. This first little vocal chop is something that we do often. We'll just get a little chop and loop it, and it's a nice texture. Good. I'm actually just I'm actually just filming a little project walkthrough for something. I'll call you back in like 10. I might be wrong, but a lot has changed. If we're done with the feeling. Okay, so you listen to that. That was Henry. So let's go in on the lead vocals. So, where's my little thing? There he is. Hello. Come on, you. Come up here. Okay. So the lead vocal chain, normally we will start with a little EQ and then compress the F out of it on the LA2A, CLA2O. More EQ, some more compression, some juicy micro shift, which I'll go through this now. So let's listen to first 8 bars. I might be wrong, but a lot has changed. If we're done with the feelings, no need to hide no more. Cool. So I reckon let's just take everything off. And we'll start with just... we got a little noise gate, because why not? We'll start with the compressors, just to show what they're doing. We'll go naked. I might be wrong, but a lot has changed. If we're done with the feelings, no need to hide no more. Cool. And then with the compressors. I might be wrong. Oh my god. RIP headphone users. Sorry, we actually need to do that with the EQ. Sheesh. Okay, let's try that again. I might be wrong, but a lot has changed. If we're done with the feelings, no need to hide no more. Slam it. When I call you. Little bit of notchy EQ. Let's just turn this shit down. Is that automated? Yeah, it's automated. Gonna work. Sorry, I'm aware that it's really loud in your speakers. Cool. I might be wrong. That's better. All right, let's take off the EQ and have a little look at what's actually going on. I might be wrong, but a lot has changed. If we're done with the feelings, no need to hide no more. So we're going to take out some low end and a little bit of that nasty 3 to 5k frequency. Keep the high end. Then we're going to go into the LA2A. via a de-esser, slamming the de-esser actually. Weirdly, I feel like de-essers only work if you slam them, and you can't really even notice this one. And it's, as you can see from that red bar, really working its ass off. Look at that little guy. Okay, let's look at this next one. I might be wrong, but a lot has changed. So that's just taking out done with the feelings, some boxiness and some air, some I might be wrong, but a lot has changed. Okay, and then there's a little bit of H delay, which is doing this kind of. Be wrong, but a lot has changed. If we're done with the probably a little bit too much low end on that, you know. But the intention of having that kind of delay is to give like a really warm bed that keeps the vocal there, but like subtle. You know what I mean? Maybe you don't. And this is just reverb. Not much going on here, I don't think. I might be wrong, but a lot has changed. Yeah, really subtle. If we're done with the feelings, no need to. A little bit of this juicy microvox, which I'll show you. This kind of sounds like a chord effect. I might be wrong, but a lot has changed. If we're done with the feelings, no need to hide no more. Just gives a little bit more juicy. And a little plate, which is not doing much. I think it's on a really short. Yeah, we got 8% on a 0.5 reverb time. I might be wrong, but a lot has changed. If we're done with the feelings, no need to hide. So this space design is actually just pushing it back in the mix more than adding like actual reverb to it. It's just putting it in a little bit more manageable position in the mix. So yeah, that is the lead channel strip for the verses. Then in the pre-chorus, this other lead harmony part comes in, and I think it's got a little bit more boot to it. With a guy like me and a girl like you, we thought that there was something more. Then we said we stayed friends, I'm not surprised it fell apart. Forget the other stuff. So when you listen to it soloed, it actually sounds really dark. But one thing that I read in lockdown was like to be sparing with what you're allowing to get into the high frequency range in your mix. And I think this is a good example of like where you don't necessarily, if there's already a lead vocal there and there's a lead vocal harmony part coming, you don't actually need to be giving that guy too much of the high frequency spectrum. Let's have another listen. With a guy like me and a girl like you, we thought that there was something more. And then we said we'd stay good friends, I'm not surprised it fell apart. Yeah, nice. Then behind that we've got a little choir of boys. Let's have a listen to them. With a guy like me and a girl like you, thought that there was something more. Then we said we'd stay good friends, I'm not surprised it fell apart. Very reverby, very washy. I think because the arrangement actually gets quite stripped back there, the vocals need to kind of fill in those gaps. So. Pretty soon it's gonna get better. With a guy like me and a girl like you, we thought that there was something more. And then we said we'd stay good friends, I'm not surprised it fell apart. Benji's backing vocals, which in the first chorus is really quiet. Second chorus not so quiet. We used to hang out. Really nice range for Benj there. And in this last chorus, we've got a little soulful Shaka Khan inspired thing, which I mean, I'm a little bit embarrassed about, to be honest, but hopefully it's right. That in the mix sounds like that. We used to hang out. And that's pretty much the lot, guys. So what's going on? Well, yeah, and then there's the outro. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget hit that subscribe button and give it a like. This is the first of hopefully many project walkthroughs we'll be doing for this upcoming EP. Party Woman's going to be coming out next, which is a really fun one. Really excited to release that into the world. But yeah, cheers guys. Lots of love and have an awesome weekend. Cheers.